What is going on, guys? So here we are at the 2022 Chicago Auto Show with the Toyota RAV4. So this is the refreshed 2022 model, the best-selling non-pickup truck in the US. They sell these things like crazy. Probably you own one or someone you know owns one. And today we're going to take a quick look and see what are the 2022 updates. Hopefully we'll be getting our hands on one of these really soon for a full in-depth review, but today we're at the auto show, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at it right now. Now, like I said, this is not obviously like the super most exciting product, but since it impacts so many people, when Toyota makes even small changes to the RAV4, it's very, very important. So let's talk about what some of those small changes are for 2022. As you can see, the general design is pretty similar. We do have basically a little bit of a revision up here in the front. It looks like a little bit of a texture change. This model here, I believe, is a XSE, or excuse me, an XLE. And take a look at the headlights though. This is the difference that is the most obvious. They've really done a lot to these headlights to make these look more upscale. This daytime running light in particular looks very premium and really cool and detailed. Big fan of this change. As you can see, you do of course have LED projector headlights as well, and that is going to be standard across the entire lineup. And then we do have the LED fog lights down there at the bottom. Those are going to be upgraded over the previous halogen fog lamps, which came on all of the trim levels. Now, the other big update to the exterior is going to be this right here. We have new wheel designs across pretty much all of the trim levels. It's not radically different than what it was before. This is a very nice looking 19-inch kind of gloss finished alloy wheel. I think it looks pretty good. We still have the trim around the outside, the wheel arches, which looks nice and rugged. Then of course you've got all the signature elements as you expect from a RAV4, including blind spot monitoring on the vast majority of the trim levels built into the mirror. This is the XLE premium trim. Of course, they're going to continue to offer the XSE trim level and a new SE trim level, both hybrid exclusive, and those are going to have the blacked out roof that you can get, which I think looks really sleek. Heading around to the side and to the back here, not really any types of super big changes, maybe some small updates here and there. Of course, most of the models are going to have the LED taillights with the kind of three-dimensional look, bends down. All this is finished in body color. I love this paint color, by the way. This is a very popular option for Toyota, and I'm glad that they're expanding this, across most of their models. You can now get this kind of matte-looking gray paint, which is very popular with consumers right now. Well, really with that, I think that's enough of the changes for the exterior. Let's go ahead and check out what's new in the interior, because that's where you're going to be spending most of your time. All right, so hopping in here. There's the cabin. When you initially climb in, you're not really going to notice anything that is different. Of course, the RAV4 has a very functional cabin. This hasn't even been out that long. It was launched in 2019. And of course, it's proven very popular, so you didn't expect that Toyota would be making any ground up changes, and they have not. So as far as some of the basic stuff to talk about, I will go ahead and mention, you have the same type of cabin materials, nice soft touch plastics and leatherette across the middle portions here. Stitching details as you come down through this area, nice solid design here, rugged looking because they have the squared off cup holders, the kind of tire tread up here, and the place where you can stick your cell phone, and a nice center console with the stitching details that run throughout. As far as the seats, continue to have Toyota signature Softex leatherette seats with the stitching details running through there as well. But I won't keep you waiting. Let's talk about what's new. There are a few things. The biggest one is this right here. You may not initially notice that this is different, but this is now 9 inches instead of 8 inches. So you're getting that extra inch of screen real estate, which is appreciated by most people. And that's just going to give you a better look at whatever you're plugged into, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, whatever. There's some small details as well. One of the little things, if I can get this, oops, there we go. LED interior lighting, just kind of a little detail to make things feel a little bit more premium inside of this cabin. But otherwise, you're pretty much looking at the signature RAV4 elements. You can load these up even more than what you see on this vehicle. Like I said, this is the XLE Premium, so you can get the limited, you can get the like advanced technology package, 360 camera, head-up display, all that premium stuff. Panoramic sunroof. This specific model just has the standard size sunroof, but you can of course continue to get that panoramic sunroof. And you've got loads of space in here to stick all of your belongings, including that signature Toyota shelf over here in front of the passenger, which just gives you that extra storage versatility. In the back seats, you'll continue to find lots of space. The RAV4 is one of your larger offerings in the segment, so you continue to have plenty of space. As far as amenities are concerned, we've got 2 USB Type-Cs. I think that those were A connections before. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I do believe that is new for 2022. But we do continue to have the vents and nice seat back pockets on the passenger side. Obviously, the seats are soft text, just like the front ones. Got your cup holders inside the armrest. And in the back as well, we have the new LED lighting. And before we wrap up this video, let's go ahead and take a quick look in the back. Of course, the RAV4 is a pretty spacious vehicle. We got a little over 70 cubic feet of cargo space when we fold down the seats. We just kind of looked at the BZ4X. They have a very similar amount of space to that model as well. Nicely finished in here, especially when you have these all-weather mats all throughout here. And LED lighting, guys, look at that. More LED lighting. Now, of course, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we anticipate doing a full in-depth review and drive of this model very soon. We're just waiting on Toyota to send us one, or for our local dealership to bring one in for us. So make sure you stay tuned to that, subscribe to the channel so you see that as soon as it posts, because I know a lot of you guys are anxiously awaiting to see, you know, the whole picture of this model because so many of you buy it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure to follow us on our social media platforms such as TikTok and Instagram, and we'll see you next time.